Yo, 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 yo. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the P.O.G cast. Episode 8, I believe. It could be 9. I might be wrong. I have to check YouTube. This could be episode 9. But we'll just say it's episode 8. We're almost at 10 episodes for the P.O.G cast. So cheers. Hope everybody's having a great time. Let's get into some news. Let's talk about it. Just gonna be me tonight. Your boy. Let's see. There we go. I had to change some things around because of I was live streaming Starfield, which I'll be live streaming again, but we'll be doing XCLOUD. And yeah. Just over here. Drop the music down a little bit. Ooh. There we go. And yeah. Now what I'm hoping for, even though nothing has been said and there's no guarantee, that tomorrow morning for GeForce Now Thursday or GFN Thursdays, that Starfield comes to the platform, hopefully. And if not tomorrow, soon, maybe next week, who knows? Because if that's the... Oh, I was like, what happened? Because if that's the case, then I'll be live streaming Starfield from GeForce Now. And the reason for that is, one, cloud gaming works really well where I live. Two, I use Ethernet. Three, trying to live stream Starfield has been a little unsuccessful here and there at times. So we're gonna, to alleviate the pressure on my PC, because my PC, it's a great PC, don't get me wrong, but GPU wise it can only do so much. It's the 3060, and when the game crashes, I notice that's what knocks out my cam and my microphone. So I had to change some things around, so apologies for the weird setup if there is any. Shout out to everybody in the chat. We got Calorie showed up. What up, player? Hope you're doing well, Calorie. We've got Poison Maniac, one of the homies. Why So Serious, one of the homies. Hope everybody's feeling great, feeling good. But let's get into the news. Some of the news, shall we? So, Starfield has officially launched onto Xbox Gamepass and Xbox and PC. Where did I put it? There we go. And wow. There we go. Starfield is officially go for launch, people. Shall we clap it up together? We are officially here. I know a lot of us have been playing since early access dropped last week, but it is now officially available for all. So happy Starfield Day. Even though it dropped the same global times as last week, so technically, well, not technically, it dropped last night, today is the official launch day. So happy Starfield Day, everybody. We made it. Hope everybody's enjoying the game, and just having a blast exploring the, for lack of a better word, the unknown, but for another word, the expanse. Just have fun with it. Take your time with it. Create your entire life in it. I know I am. I'm gonna be playing after this cast. I don't know how live I don't know how long we're gonna be live tonight, just because, one, I want to play the damn game. Two, I'm doing this by myself tonight, so we're doing a solo stream. And three, I want to play the damn game. All right, cool. So Starfield is officially available today, and to be quite honest with you, like, let me turn my cam off real quick. Look at this. An instant classic. It's a masterpiece. A cinematic masterwork. An absolute triumph. Ladies and gentlemen, Starfield is the shit. And it's crazy to me because, like, I don't want to sound like a super fanboy about Starfield or anything, but I'm a super fanboy about Starfield. Like, this has to be the first single-player game in a very, very long time. And when I mean a very long time, I mean beyond Cyberpunk. I never played the Mass Effect games because at the time of playing them, I either didn't have the games or the hardware to play the game, so I never had the opportunity growing up at the time. So, not everybody gets to play everything when they were growing up, right? And at the same time, a lot of games dropped when I was traveling for dance, so I didn't get to play those either. But after playing this game, it's just like, it's all I still think about. I hate being at work. And I don't know, it's crazy. Like, fuck Metacritic, fuck OpenCritic, who cares? at the end of the day, just look at how much of a reception there is right here. Right here. You know what I'm saying? And whoever wanted to put their reviews out there that gave it a low score, whether we want to call it a negative review, a scandalous review, a messy review, whatever it may be, look at all of these positive reviews. And look at how we feel and how you feel when we all play the game and when we share our stories together. You know, when we teach each other little, you know, drop each other, you know, some nuggets about, oh, hit my phone. Drop each other some nuggets about the game, you know, because like we're all still trying to figure it out and how the different systems and mechanics work. Like this is, I don't care what the scores are. You cannot tell me this game isn't a game of the generation. Like, I don't give a damn. It doesn't have to win a single award. Like Skyrim is a game of a generation because of how long it has lasted and the fact that people still play it. You know what I mean? But this is what Bethesda does. Have I played it? No. But I'm just saying. Like, I know many people that do. And I see online that a lot of people still do. So it's just like, there can be more than one game that is a game of the generation, in my opinion. It doesn't have to just be one. I think that's kind of stupid. But that's just my opinion. I don't think anybody's stupid for thinking that. I just think that's kind of stupid. To think that only one game can be a game or the game of a generation. I feel like there are games of the generation, but only a few, and sometimes maybe one, will only ever make it there. Crazy. For somebody like me, it's crazy. Really crazy. I didn't like, I knew I would be hooked to this game because it's sci-fi, it's space exploration, and I love that. And just graphically speaking and like where I can go and what I can see, it's just, come on, you know? But like, as far as wanting to play the story and wanting to get through the story so I can see what New Game Plus looks like, that is very unlike me. So, you know. Dreadpool is here. Shout out to Dreadpool. Hello, everybody in the chat. Calories here. Starfield only hit 270k concurrent. Thought there would be a huge boost after launch day. I mean, but that's just one platform that you're mentioning. Which platform are you mentioning? Is that Steam or is that Xbox? That's just one platform. That doesn't account all of them. Hopefully Starfield numbers blow up tomorrow night or Saturday. Yeah, me too. I'm hoping the weekend like boosts them. But I mean, even if it's not a dramatic boost, that's still a grip of people playing the game. So it's not a complete loss, or even near one. But I do see what you're saying though in the context of like launch day. I think early access was like, that was the real launch day because everybody went nuts to just play the game then, you know. But it's okay. It's whatever's. Poison Maniac says 83 Metacritic is CSGO, and that game gets 900k to 1.3 million between concurrent and last 24-hour peak, and has an all-time peak of 1.8 million. Like, Jesus, that's so crazy how many people play that game. And then when Counter-Strike 2 comes out, I want to check that out. I used to play Counter-Strike way back in the day at the internet cafes. Damn, I was like, 14, 15? God dang, I'm 37 now. All right, anyway. Dreadful says, cheers. Calorie says, Steam, but that's basically the same numbers as the premium players. Wait, what? Well, yeah, but what I'm saying is when you throw out the number 270, that only accounts for one platform. That doesn't account for all of them. So, you know, the total number of people playing the game across all platforms. Now, however, you have to also ask yourself, that's how many people are playing on Steam. How many people are playing through Xbox PC? Because I know I am. And I think the numbers, I thought I heard it somewhere or saw it somewhere today. The numbers were like for console and PC. Somehow somebody found out like the numbers were around the same, I think, or matching. And then there was like 1 million something somewhere else and 1 million something somewhere else. And I was like, what? So I don't know. I have to double check everything because like I was at work, I was doing deliveries, so I can't. Sorry, I try to be as prepared as I can when I come into these shows, but I get home from work, I only have so much time to eat, relax, and then start this show, so I do the best I can. But I love you guys. Keep me in check so we can have a great time. Poison Maniac says came out 2012. You are correct. No, well, wait. CSGO or Counter-Strike, the original? I think you mean CSGO. Yeah, sorry, long day. Yeah, I just am using Steam as a microcosm. Yeah, I know, I feel you. You would think only like 20% of people paid $100, but it seems like it was more like 90%. Well, I paid the 31. I love Gamepass Ultimate. So, that's amazing. Starfield blowing up. I can't be more happy just because I feel like, I mean, the game has a few issues here and there. I've had crashes, you know, whatever, Some people have had bugs. Some people have had really hilarious bugs. But all in all, for what Bethesda has given me, right? For what they've given me, I feel like they've done a brilliant job. I don't know what else to say. I'm captivated. I'm excited to actually know that I'm going to be playing this game over the next God knows how many years, just because it's going to be expanded on and modded on and worked on and updated on it, you know, and it's just so expansive right now. It's going to take me years to even do 5% of this game from what it feels like. I don't care how many planets are barren. I'm pretty sure there's something out there. I want to find it. But hope everybody's feeling good. Let's keep the news going, shall we? Let's see. What do we have next? Oh, what did I want to talk about? Tom Warren. Let's drop this down real quick. Minimize that. Hope everybody's having a great time. Where did I put it? Oh, here we go. All right. Tom Warren. Let me drop the music just a little bit more. It sounds a little loud in my ear. There we go. All right. Wow. Let me fix that too. Here we go. Sorry, doing this all on the fly, but love you guys. So anyways, Tom Warren announced today that the new Xbox September dashboard update is finally out. Stream Xbox gameplay to Discord friends, which actually, let me go over each topic separately for a second. Stream Xbox gameplay to Discord friends. So someone had said that, I think it was it a few weeks ago or a month ago or so, when this first got brought up in the news. Could have been longer than that. Don't remind me. That they didn't really understand why. Like they get it, but you know, especially if you have friends and like you use Discord, like, you know, like for kids and stuff. But then I was thinking about it and I was like, but there are a lot of content creators and podcasters out there that like to have gameplay going on. And a lot of those content creators, including myself, like to use Discord for our, you know, voice chatting while we're doing the podcast. That's what I like to do. So it's easier for me. Now I know that Boom doesn't like Discord. Okay. Anyway, so having this feature potentially, if it works well, and I'm trying to think of like how I would hook this up with my PC involved, but using my Series S if I moved it over and used my PC as the streaming PC for my Series S while doing this podcast, and then at the same time having gameplay going on from the Xbox, because I'm using Discord at the same time, so I'm screen sharing from there or streaming from there, and then joining this, I guess, voice chat. I don't know. I was thinking about it all day, so I'm gonna try to mess with it, see if I can figure it out, and I'll update you guys in a few weeks. But that was just you know, one thing or one option. Another option is a lot of people, what a lot of people don't realize is a lot of people do have paid Discords where you do need to pay to have access for certain content creators. And if they wanted to do private streams and, you know, gameplay streams, you know, and these are content creators, aren't people who typically would want to live stream on Twitch or YouTube. This is a good option for them to connect with their inner community even more. So, you know, I think it's a good feature. Oh, Jojo Narak from the block, Xbox Reforged, not to be confused with Reforged Gaming. Yeah, what's up, brothers? So you could use Discord stream a workaround for a cap card. That's exactly what I'm thinking. That is exactly what well, partially, but yes, that is exactly what I'm thinking, Jojo Narak from the block. Shout out to Xbox Reforged and Jojo Narak. Those are my brothers. Xbox Reforged is actually my big bro, Game Tech Planet. Him and Jojo, they have an Xbox channel, so go and subscribe to Xbox Reforged. Shout out to the brothers. But yeah. So anyway, I think it's a cool feature. So I just wanted to touch base on that a little bit. The next subject that was discussed was VRR improvements on Xbox Series S and X. So I guess variable. I can never say this. Does anybody else? Oh my god, VRR, variable refresh rate. I don't know why I have such a hard time saying variable. Is coming for Xbox Series X and S, and for me that's actually something I want to test. Because I have a 1440p 165 hertz monitor, and I know, you know, it's like I can just set it to 1440p like 120 or whatever, but to know that VRR is finally going to be implemented or turned on, I don't really know, is interesting. Like for testing purposes, I'm very, very curious. You know, like right now for testing purposes on my ROG Ally, I uninstalled Starfield because I am purposely testing Starfield on XCLOUD through the PC app on the ROG Ally and through Microsoft Edge on the ROG Ally. And so far, I can tell you through my testing so far from at my work Wi-Fi and my home Wi-Fi, Starfield runs better, and there is much less like issues running through Microsoft Edge, like completely. It's really weird, but that's my use case. That's for me. So now, since Game Tech Planet is in the chat, I want him to try. So that means he will have to uninstall Starfield from his ROG. This is the challenge. I'm challenging him, okay? He will have to uninstall Starfield from his ROG Ally, test it on the PC app versus Microsoft Edge, and then let me know image-wise which one he has a better time with using Wi-Fi. And then I guess you could, you know, use Ethernet as well when you're hooked up to a hub. And then let me know what your findings are, good sir. Because that's what I found. So now I am going to reinstall Starfield back onto my Ally, but when I cloud game, I'm going to use Microsoft Edge for the time being. I would prefer to use the PC app because on my desktop, I actually use the PC app when I cloud game like more than anything. But on the Ally, it's weird. I found that Microsoft Edge was much better handling the image. So yeah, we shall see. How's everybody doing tonight? Hope you're enjoying this impromptu podcast. You know, if anybody's in the Discord and wants to jump in on the conversation, you have the key. I am here. I'll just switch up the cams. We can have a little impromptu discussion. Let's see. So you could use Discord stream as a workaround for CapCart. Yep, that'd be pretty neat. Xbox Reforged was me coming in on the wrong account. Oh, well, it's still both y'all. But I mean, Jojo Narak on the block. Yeah. So I need to stop saying a lot. moving on to the next topic, Xbox voice reporting. Okay. I don't know how I feel about this one it on one hand, and then on the other hand, I do know that there are situations where this would very much like come in handy and could, you know, potentially save somebody's life, or in case of an emergency, you never know. It's really hard, this topic, because you do try to get people that abuse these types of systems, and I don't know. I really just, I don't want people to be stupid with it, but you know people are, if they haven't already. And if people are going to use it, I mean, on one hand, let it actually be for something, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be like, I don't want to call anyone sensitive for using the voice reporting, because that's not cool. Because if somebody says something like you don't agree with, like, yo, say something, you know what I mean? But at the same time, like, a lot of people are just being stupid, or just trying to crack a joke, or just trying to make other people laugh by saying the dumbest thing that they can think of or do, you know? And I don't want people to get so caught up in their feelings about, you know, certain things that might be said by people through game chat, you know? I guess if anything, just voice report the 11-year-olds in Fortnite. I don't know. That could be one option, but who knows? I might have to hop in when you get to talking about Lies of P. I'm looking forward to that. Yo, let me wow. Volume is loud. Holy crap. Let me send you the Discord invite. 1 second. Hope everybody's feeling good. As always, hit subscribe, give a like, turn on the notifications, and send them the super chats. Support the channel so we can constantly do this. So far, my wife supports me doing this, but then she cracks the whip. Anyway, no, let's see. Let me send Jojo the invite. There he is. There we go. I sent you the invite, brother. And then moving on. I don't know. That's kind of how I'm stuck in the middle about it. Like, it could be a useful feature on one hand, but on the other hand, I can also see it getting royally abused. I would hop in, but I'm working. All good, Dreadpool. Hey, just podcast from work. What? I thought about it because I do deliveries. I was like, I mean, I do have my Bluetooth headset. So, like, what if I just mute myself and then I just message when I'm like, I can talk now? But that's just too much. I don't want to do that. Let's see. Cool. And then the next topic was new way to pair Xbox accessories. Details here. I do have the article, but I don't know if I really need to go that deep into it. A lot of people talked about it already today. I do think it's cool that there's a new way to pair your Xbox accessories without actually, let me go. Look, just kidding. Let's see. Discord stream feature VRR. Where was it? If you always wanted to add a new controller accessory without, let me read this. Okay. If you've always wanted to add a new controller or accessory without having to leave your couch, there's also a new way to pair accessories without having to push the Xbox pair button. And the Xbox will now automatically start pairing once you navigate to the Xbox accessory app and use the new connect a device option. Let's see, this month is the ability to request a game invite from a friend. I should join game option. Wait, what? Finally, the last big addition to the Xbox dashboard this month is the ability to now request a game invite from a friend. You couldn't do that before? Somebody correct me. Was that not a thing already? Wait a minute, really? I read this article earlier, but I didn't see this last part. What? Was that not a thing? Chat, help me. But I'll be in an area that said I won't have cell service for 20 miles. Oh shit. It was there before. Yeah, I thought so. I'm so confused on that. Did they just not know that that was a feature? Like, wait, I could have sworn that's like request to join a game. Or wait. Yeah, right? Okay, well that's confusing. VRR is also improved on Xbox Series X and S consoles. You can now choose to enable VRR only when gaming or to keep feature always enabled. That's useful if you're using Xbox Series S and S or entertainment apps that might not always play well with VRR. Microsoft is also starting to roll out the new Xbox voice reporting feature. Since they are doing rollouts, I have not checked my Series S. If you guys are following me on Twitter, I will probably update if once I do get this update. So I'll try to let you guys know. But if you guys have gotten this update, let me know in the chat or shoot me a message on Twitter or X, whatever the fuck. And let me know what you think about VRR. I would probably leave it off or just only have it on for gaming. I like that we get the option because I don't know how, yeah, I don't know. Microsoft is also starting to roll out the new Xbox. Yeah, we talked about that. The Discord stream is only one way though, so you still won't be able to view streams from PC friends who are broadcasting on Discord. Well, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Microsoft is okay, cool. So that's pretty much the news from Tom Warren and the Xbox updates today. So I wanted to cover that a little bit for today's episode. Normally I would throw it to somebody on the show and be like, oh, so what do you think? Silent Cypher, hey, tell me what you think. Sorry if I yelled into the microphone. In my opinion, these are great update features. I just hope they keep them coming. There's one specific update that I would like to see, and let me know how you guys feel in the chat if you would like this feature. But since we can stream to Twitch, I really, really want to stream to YouTube to come, like direct stream to YouTube. Like that was a Stadia feature. It was a great feature. Amazon Luna has that feature for Twitch, and it actually works really well. Even though it's cloud gaming, it works. I'm just saying. But for Xbox, that's always been kind of something we could do, but to do it on other platforms is, man, I miss Mixer. God, rest in peace. I love you, Mixer. We just haven't really been able to do it directly to YouTube, and I don't know what the holdup is, or if it's because of conflicting platforms, Google and Microsoft. I don't know. I feel like that could be, I don't really don't know. But whatever it is, I just hope it can come sooner rather than later, before the next generation of consoles. That would be nice, because I would be direct streaming, to YouTube. And making use of that and testing it out, because I think that would be really nice. And to be honest with you, I'd much rather stream on YouTube now than stream on Twitch. I like Kick, but I haven't used Kick in a very long time, so I don't know. I'm having fun on YouTube. Let me know what you guys think in the chat about these updates, and let me like I said before, let me know if you guys are seeing these updates at all yourselves, and if you've been testing out these features. I'm probably going to be moving my Xbox Series S back to my monitor. Also because if cloud gaming is a little funky on my PC for Starfield, I would like to play and stream and not have my computer crash on itself. So I'll just play on the Xbox and use my capture card. So, we'll just go from there. Let's get into the next bit of news. Where is Jojo Narok on the block? Is he here? No, he's not. Okay, cool. Thought he was gonna come in, but probably busy right now. Let's see. Let's catch up on the chat real quick. Thumbs up. I might have to hop in when you get to talking about. Well, hop in. I sent you the link. Stay away from game chats. I can't stand when people get upset and abuse report features. Yeah, me too. Like my whole thing is like if you don't like what somebody's saying, just like I don't know, mute them. If you have the ability, kick them out of the party, or just like you leave the party. I don't know. If it really bothers you that much, you know what I mean? But like there's like it has to be really, really bad to where I'm like, okay, like I think I might report this, but it has to be very, very bad. And usually I think the only time, I can't remember, but I think the only time I've ever really reported something is when I like heard something in the background that didn't sound safe. Like, and in even like the other people in the party chat, we were all kind of like, yo, should we do something? Like, you know, it was kind of like worrisome. So, you know, luckily everything was okay in the end, thank God. But yeah, you know, I've kind of been on like both sides of the coin and seen both aspects. So that's why I said like, it's just such a weird subject, and like, I'm so on the middle. But at the same time, like when I saw the news for it, I was like, ew. I don't know. It's Google holding back. Yeah, I figured. Dreadpool. Why So Serious says works really well. Doesn't feel like 30. Wait, let me go back. I would hop on about it. Stay from in the area that I won't. It didn't work well and was removed. It didn't work well and was removed. Works really well. Doesn't feel like 30. Okay, cool. So I'm caught up on the chat. Hope everybody's enjoying themselves. Sorry again for this impromptu episode. I wanted to get Epic Treasure here tonight, and I wanted to try to get Web Dave on tonight, but I just did not have time to message anyone. I had a very great weekend with the wife and our friends and family. So you know, I love island reggae music so much. I needed that. Such a good concert that we went to. And shout out to 3-Bit. I know he's going to a big rock show, and I think that's amazing. For those of you that don't know, my parents are musicians, and they did like more like classic rock music, but yeah, I love rock, and I think that's awesome. But he said 3-6 Mafia is going to be there, and I'm like, I might have to DM 3-Bit and be like, yo, give me a 3-6 Mafia keychain from the merchandise team. I'll pay for shipping and handling. No, but yeah, I just think that was awesome. We had a great weekend, so I just couldn't get these guests. I apologize, everyone. But hopefully next week, if Epic's not busy and if Web Dave has the time, I would like to get them both to come out. I need to get Fuzzy back, and I need to. Who else was it? Oh, I want to get Wandering Dutch on the show. I feel like Wandering Dutch would be a great guest to have. That would be a good one. Like Wandering Dutch, Pong, and like either like Steel Rain or Umbra. I think that would be cool. So I'll try to see what I can do. But next Wednesday, I want to work on Web Dave and Epic at the least. You know, those are two people I want to get on. So we'll see what happens. Island Reggae, huh? Lucky Dude is the GOAT. Lucky Doob. So yeah, Island Reggae, we saw it was Common Kings, and that's like me and my wife's like favorite band, but there were several different groups there. Like I'm having a blank right now, but yeah, Common Kings, like, oh my god, just so good. And so many people there, and everybody was just dancing and vibing, and there was things being passed around, you know, there was love being passed around, and it was great. You know, we needed that. We needed that escape. So down for what is this? Down for a journey to another realm. Ultimate members can now claim a 3-month subscription to Minecraft Realms with perks. Oh, okay. I don't know what that is, because I don't care about Minecraft. Minecraft is not my thing. Somebody explain this to me. Anyway, so yep, that's the news for that. Is JoJo still trying to come in? I feel like I'm stalling because he said he wanted to come in and talk about Lies of P. Oh, he's here. Okay, cool. We have him. Let me switch the cam. Hey, brother, I can hear you now. All right, so let's bring JoJo in 1 second. We're gonna switch this. There we go. Yo, JoJo. What up, baby?
What up? So just a recap there for you. That Minecraft thing is part of Gamepass perks.
Okay.
It looks like it's some sort of subscription type thing that they're giving you, like basically a free, what was it, a month or 3 months?
Yeah, 3 months.
So something to do with that for those Minecraft hardcores.
I guess I'll check it out later. I mean, that's interesting because I figure my daughter might be interested in that. You know, she likes games like that. We are still on for end of October, as long as the wife doesn't change her mind. Hell yeah. I just got to check what the date is. Or, hold on. Let me check. While I'm at it right now. That would be the 27th. So, yeah. Yeah, we should still be good, bro. JoJo kind of light. Boost him up. Yeah, I figured. Say something, Joe?
I was trying to get it to my boom. I was trying to get it to the actual mic here, but it wasn't working.
It's okay. I got you on my end. Let me lower the music a little bit. All right. Excuse me. So, 25th, her birthday. Oh, wait. Wait. Oh, that's a Monday.
Are we talking about birthdays?
No, because I'm trying to get Dreadpool on the show, so he's trying to confirm if we're still good for the end of October. Let me message you later, Dreadpool. 25th is a Monday. I teach dance on Mondays. For those of you that don't know, I am a dance teacher. Hip hop. But yeah. Well, let me message you, Dreadpool. We'll figure that out. But that is Dreadpool is for those of you that don't know, JoJo is a brother of mine. Like we've podcasted before together, and he's somebody I respect, and I think he's an entertaining dude. You know, and I think oh, come on. I think you are. I believe you are. But
also here, Xbox Reforged.
Yes, please subscribe to Xbox Reforged. But yeah, not Reforged game. Xbox Reforged, please subscribe. But no, I've always felt like JoJo is a great dude. And Dreadpool is somebody who is like somebody I respect as well from another area of gaming, but like the podcasting's like his end of that side of it and whatnot. Somebody that I found through Double Barrel Gaming, and you know, this has been like, I'm like, I can't wait to get him on the show. So I hope it works out. If it has to be that Monday, I'll try to get somebody to teach my class for me. I'll try because I've been wanting to make this happen. So, you know, if that night can happen, JoJo, you should come back for that show. I'll try to get Jerry on for that one. And then, yeah, we'll go from there. 25th is a Wednesday in October. Wait a minute. What?
I mean,
I'm looking at the wrong month.
A little prepared myself, but when you said you were winging it yourself, I'm like, oh.
I'm winging the shit out of it right now. Yeah, I was not prepared at all.
With them. Like, I'll come in here and wing it too. Yes,
let's have fun. No, so the 25th is a Wednesday. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong month. You are correct, sir. Yeah, then we are good. We're good to go. Yeah, 25th. So JoJo, come back on if you can for that one. I'll talk to Jerry, and then we'll see what we can do.
I will do my best, man.
So let's...
Monday Night Raw, though, I mean...
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know, right? We watch wrestling.
Sorry.
Don't be sorry at all. Trust me, there are times where I get the itch of wanting to do my wrestling podcast again, and then I get the itch of wanting to do my Star Wars, Marvel, DC podcast again. And
Dude,
I'm like,
I've
no,
been
just do your
hitting.
gaming shit, you know.
Oh
Stick.
man, this is gaming. I'm sorry, but I've been hitting Marvel cards a little bit lately.
Yeah,
Well,
Jojo
nice
likes to
little
collect.
Thanos.
Jojo likes to
So
collect. Yeah, dude, that's so dope though. I just want to go get one pack. I just want one pack just to have like at my desk, you know.
don't do it.
Um,
It's an addiction.
no, you know what's an addiction is, you know, this stuff, the inks.
I haven't started that yet.
Yeah, once you start, it never finishes. It's a never ending mosaic. We all wing it and sling it. Hey, I have Sling TV. Nice. What was I gonna? I keep saying and that's what I really need to stop doing. So let's get into the last topic of news for the podcast, which it's not huge, but there are several different things to address. But let's get into the September games for Game Pass that were announced alongside with Starfield dropping, as well as a few games that did drop into Game Pass as well, that were not announced, but they were just dropped. I don't think they were announced. Maybe they were announced. I don't remember. But I think a few were shadow
You're talking
dropped.
about Age of Empires 4, Call of the Wild, the Angler, and the third one. It's on the tip of my tongue. I can't remember.
I think I have it right
though.
here. Greece.
Greece.
Yes, Grease Lightning. But before we get into those, let's talk about the ones that were announced officially for the month of September. First, and this is why JoJo wanted to come into the stream before we ended the podcast tonight, which thank you for being here, brother. I need to get you on the show more. Lies of P coming to console, PC, and cloud. And I believe that is September 18th, if I'm not mistaken.
18th or 19th?
Yeah, 18th or 19th. I'm ready for that game. When I showed my wife, I described to her what kind of game that it is, but the minute I mentioned Pinocchio, she was like, okay, yeah, let's try it. I was like, cool. she wants to play a Souls-like game together.
Yeah, I thought that was odd the way they described that as the how they did the story of Pinocchio turned on its head.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
okay. Looking at some of the gameplay footage of it, there is some gameplay footage out there right now. I'm telling you, man, this looks like it's got some Devil May Cry with it.
Ooh,
Maybe
really?
a little bit of the Souls-like is with the difficulty. I noticed if a game is hard, they throw Souls-like on it.
Yeah.
It could have nothing to do with a game like Dark Souls,
but
or Bloodborne, or
so
any of
this
those.
could be a Devil May Cry, like.
It looks very Devil May Cry-ish, but then again, that could be the enemies in it, because if you remember in like Devil May Cry 1, and I want to say even 2, a lot of them really, they have puppet enemies.
It's been
they
so
have
long.
Puppet enemies, so like they have the same type of enemies in this, which reminds me of old school Devil May Cry.
Yeah, now I think
we'll see.
I think now that you put that twist on it, tonight after the podcast, I have so much to watch tonight. Oh my god, I need to catch up on Ahsoka 3 and 4. Nobody talk about it. If you spoil anything, I will kick you. But I want to check out some of that gameplay, especially if it's Devil May Cry like. Which I don't know what genre would you say that is?
Devil May Cry was.
If you had to
like
narrow that down.
Hack
and slash. Okay, so it's more of a hack and slasher than it is more of a soul.
It's evolved. It's evolved since like the old school Devil May Cry. So.
Wow. So, yeah, no, that's intriguing because Devil May Cry 5, I never got the chance to getting around to playing it. That is one of the many games that sits in the backlog. And by the way, the backlog has now become a back vault because of Starfield. Let's just be honest. Like, there is no backlog. It's now a vault. Yeah, everything is just Like I have my Wreckfest and Skater XL for when like I just can play like something on lunch break, and then everything is Starfield for me right now. But when Forza Motorsport comes out, I'm gonna be playing that too. Now, even though Starfield is out, I am excited to dig my teeth into Lies of P. But in the subject of Starfield, because it is one of the games here as advertised, coming soon to Game Pass, even though it's already out. Have you been playing Starfield, sir?
I actually just did the what's that? The epilogue, the prologue, the
Nice.
first part of it.
Nice. Like the cave
I
and
just
all of
did
that?
that. Yeah, the cave, and then you meet up with the dude. It kind of like, and then he sends you out into space the first time. I was really just going for the first achievement in the game for some rewards points.
Nice.
So I got a little taste of it, and I was a doubter, man. Like you had a situation of a Bethesda game, a really hyped game, a large game, and I was really expecting that Fallout 76, that Cyberpunk 2077. Like I was expecting to see that type of release, and I'm very happy that we didn't. Definitely very happy over that, but I was a little skeptic about it, but at the same time, this game was supposed to release last year. So Xbox, I
Yeah.
think Microsoft made a good move there, telling them to wait, polish it up, and make it a complete game when you take and release this game. And you can see it in the reviews. You got Metacritic with 86 on Xbox Series X and 88 on PC. It's doing really well with as far as the release goes. So even go delving into the reviews a little bit, it seems like the biggest complaint from people is either A, they don't have a PC that should be, they should be playing that on, or B, they're unhappy on Xbox with 30 FPS. So that's the most of your 1-star ratings right there. I have seen a few reviews in the 1-star, the 4-star, and the 5-star that say that they get some dashboarding every once in a while, but if you got 4 and 5-star people reviewing it with 4 and 5 stars saying that it's dashboarding every once in a while, it can't be that often.
Yeah. For me, I've minus a few crashes here and there, and mind you, my crashes are happening, and I'm also running OBS on the same PC. I don't have like if I wanted to, and I don't know why I haven't tried this yet, which is kind of stupid because my PC has a really good Wi-Fi card in it or whatever. Um, I don't know why I haven't just put my PC on Wi-Fi and then hooked my MacBook up to Ethernet and then used my MacBook to be the streaming PC for the streaming device for my PC. I mean, and because I've done that before, and like I said, I have my capture card, so I've been able to finagle things and whatnot. But that's kind of the only issue that I've really had. Excuse me. But other than that, it's been a great experience. And, switching between platforms has been like a godsend. Game Pass is just continues to be unmatched. And then we have these games, and it's just like, oh my god. And even with the third game right here, which is also coming to console, PC, and cloud, Solar Ash. This is a game I'm not too familiar with, but another podcast was talking about this earlier today, and I really need to write this stuff down. Sorry if this was you. Let me know in the chat or in the comments if you're watching the replay. It's hard to write stuff down when I'm at work doing deliveries. Anyway, so I'll try to do better. But the point is, they were talking about Solar Ash, and I was like, that sounds interesting. I think I want to give that a look, like on casually on the side when on one of my lunch breaks when I can't really play Starfield. Because to be honest with you, a 30-minute lunch break is nothing for Starfield, like at all. You know.
From what I've seen of Solar Ash, it looks like that perfect, like, pick up your cloud gaming device, like whether that's your
Okay.
phone or your ally, whatever you got going on. It's one of those good games that you can just pick up in the cloud and put down and pick up every once in a while.
Nice, nice, and I love that too because like don't get me wrong, I love playing Starfield on my ally, but for those little moments where if I'm in the kitchen and I'm cooking something, but I kind of want the ally on the side and like when I'm like letting things kind of like simmer or whatever for a little bit, I can just pick it up. That's a good game I would want to look at while I can do that. Um,
And you're
so
talking about like lunch break type stuff, right?
yeah,
So like,
exactly, yeah,
are you really going to want to make a save mid-mission and go
bro. The
back to
only
work from lunch?
it took
Or are
it
you
took
just going to be like, sorry, man, I was late. I had to
it
go mine some ore.
it took me. I was on New Atlantis, and it took me 30 minutes to walk from the tram station to my ship to look at some parts, take away some parts, kind of move things around, and then finally get into space. And then I had to do a quick save and go back to lunch. I didn't get to do shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so
Honestly, the only thing I really want to do right now is I want to put 20,000 potatoes in the cockpit of my ship and
I
open the
that
door.
I think that's hilarious. I think that's comedy. Um, if I can, I don't know. When I find sandwiches, I feel like I'm just eating them. Like as soon as I see them, I just eat them. So I'm like the devourer of sandwiches right now. Um, but the fact that people have been hoarding like potatoes and sandwiches and just different things is so hilarious. But here is something really cool that I learned today because I wondered this, I just didn't know if you could do it. When you collect shit, you can place that shit in your ship. You can decorate your ship with all of the junk you pick up. I didn't know this. So when you like drop your shit, right? Inside of your ship, you just look at it and then you hold down like the grab button or whatever or the pickup button, but you hold it down and it'll magically pick it up and then you can just hover it over to wherever you want to place it and then put it away.
Well, that's like today. I was watching this video
I
of
didn't know that. Like
somebody showing how to like steal things. And they took this trash can that hovered in front of them while they scooted this weapon like out of the shop to a back room, picked it up, went back in the shop, and the shop owner is just like chilling. And like at first I was thinking like Skyrim style. I thought he was going to take the trash can and put it on top of the merchant's head.
well, yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
this is such a Bethesda move to be able to do things like that. Like they've always been good with the inventory management and just being able to collect a massive amount of things in their games.
So funny. So funny. I didn't mention this before, but I was doing I think it was during my live stream, one of my live streams. I came across I love these like random encounters with like other United Colony ships, and they'll hail you because they need help with something or they need directions, right? So this ship hailed me, and so I answered it, and it was a married couple. They sounded uh like Indian, like Hindu, by their accent, and it was actually really funny because not because of their accent or anything like that, but because the conversation that they were having reminded me of me and my wife. It was flippin' hilarious. Like, so they hail me and he's like, "Oh, we're lost." Like, da 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 da. My wife, she said this and this and this, but I think we're going the right way. But she says like, I never listened to her and all of this, and they're just going back and forth, and it was hilarious. And all I could think about was my wife, and I'm like, damn, if my wife was listening to this right now, she would have a field day. She'd be like, see, even in a video game, he don't listen. And I'm like, damn. So they give you an option to either like take the husband's side or take the wife's side. So I selected the wife's side because I'm like, happy wife, happy life. So she's like, see, I told you I was right. Da-da-da-da-da. He's like, oh, guy, whatever. And then they just take off. And it's just a random encounter. Like, I love that. I think that's awesome. Like, just little moments like that. Even who was it? Ham Solo. He's another content creator. He has his own podcast, TSWS Gaming. Shout out. Uh, he posted on his Twitter a random encounter with somebody who just like busted a joke on him. Just a random guy hailed him and then just busted a joke on him and just like was laughing at him. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, I just thought that was awesome because it just makes the world feel more real, you know? Like,
I thought you were gonna be like, yeah, it was this couple, and on the way into the ship, I didn't happen to notice the upside down pineapple.
oh my god.
That took a turn for me that I didn't expect.
Oh man. Like
Like I
this
was thinking Assassin's Creed Odyssey type stuff where they put you in those situations where it's like a
yeah,
little
yeah, yeah.
risque.
Yeah, no, it's just random encounters like that for me that make the world feel more real. You know what I mean? Because it's not just like pirates or ship stealing or this or that or missions, but like I'm on my way to do a mission, a random ship is in front of my way, hails me, and I'm listening to a couple have an argument. A really funny one.
Like,
But
hey, stranger passing by. We need a third opinion here.
yeah, it was so random, but that's what made me laugh. It was like, what the hell? And then on top of that, Poison Maniac can attest to this. Apparently, according to the kid trait, I'm adopted in this game. Like, I tried to make myself half black. My parents look like the ones from the Starfield Direct deep dive, like the white ones, like that. Like, I'm only half white, you know, because you one of my parents. Could I have not chosen that? I don't know. Like, is that an option that I missed or something? I was trying to be a mixed breed in this game and it didn't work. So Poison Maniac
I
in
don't
the
know.
chat.
Picking the trade so far has been the hardest part of the game for me.
Dude, that took
I've
me
not played much,
forever.
but
That
I
took
was
me
looking at them. I'm
so
like, what do I
long.
want? Oh
Poison
man.
Maniac, don't you facepalm at me. Poison Maniac says before the buyout, it would have released in 2020, 2021, I believe. Yeah, and it would have been horrible.
Yep.
I'm definitely glad the game got delayed. Sucks for the immediate future, but for a better product in the end, I'm fine with it. Careful though, if you switch ships, you'll lose the loose items, I believe.
20,000 potatoes
Really?
gone.
Really? If you switch ships, you'll lose your loose items? Even if you place them, like, what? I thought everything was persistent. Huh, that's interesting. I should test that theory.
Have to test that for science.
Yeah, no, that's a good shout, Poison. Thank you for that. Careful though, if you switch ships, you'll lose the loose items, I believe. I'm gonna have to test that one out. Yeah, good shout. So,
Although I will say, I hope this sets a standard for games coming out that, you know, it's okay to wait a year if you give us a finished, at least close to a finished product when it comes to a game. You know,
yeah.
we've had so many games released, and that's why I was skeptical because of, you know, just the past we've been living in the past few years where games release and they really shouldn't have released yet. So hopefully this sets a little bit of a standard.
That's why, like, I know the demo for Lies of P was really good. I didn't play it because I want to just play the game when it drops. I wanted to, but then I was like, yeah. But I am a little worried, you know, like we're on such a good stride right now. Of course, one thing is bound to happen, you know. One game again is about to that's supposed to launch fantastically, you know. And I don't want to you know, jinx anybody or anything like that, but I just want to be realistic about it. But at the same time, Starfield. That's all I can really say. You know, when these other games come out, hey, if there's issues, well, Starfield. Like, you know, if Lies of
And
P
you're
comes
still
out,
going to see good sales on Starfield too,
oh
because
yeah,
people are going to buy that on Steam just for the mods.
only your
Like,
ships. Okay, go ahead.
like when they get to these, like they're going to do like multiplayer mods. They're going to do, you know, smoother running mods with higher FPS. They're going to do all kinds of stuff with this game, and like it's already happening. And supposedly, from what I understand, you won't be able to mod the Microsoft version you get with PC Game Pass. but
I
you
did.
will be able to mod the. Oh, were you able to mod it?
I
Okay.
added the so they made sure that both versions of like whatever you download the game through, it's PC. So the folder you just
Okay.
need to look for inside of Starfield is the mods folder. Like it's just sitting there waiting for you. And I added the DLSS DLL upscaler mod, the
Yeah.
3.5 mod. Um, it doesn't. I'm going to say this for people. It doesn't dramatically increase FPS. That's not, from what I understand, that's not what it's for. It's to make it prettier, like with for people that are using Nvidia cards. That's why I added this mod, because on my desktop PC I have an RTX 3060. That's what I'm using. So I'm not gonna like. There's no reason to add this mod on the ROG Ally because that's AMD. So you know what I mean? Like there's no reason to do that. So I did add that mod on my desktop PC, but I am using the Xbox PC version. And to be honest with you guys, because of having Game Pass Ultimate, why would I be playing Xbox games through Steam? I get that people want to be comfortable because it's what they use, but as an Ultimate subscriber, why would I use Steam? It just doesn't make sense to me. I'm sorry. Like, I want to be, if I want to be cohesive about my Ultimate subscription, I'm gonna like, the only thing that I use now that's outside of that would be GeForce Now, because now you can use GeForce Now with Xbox Game Pass. Finally, please to God, tomorrow morning, please to God. Anyway, so do you know anything, Jojo? No, I'm just kidding.
I I have no details.
I
Game
know,
Tech,
I
he
know,
locks that shit up tight. I'm
bro.
pretty sure he has a little safe in his house.
No, I'm pretty sure that if he knew anything about if it were coming tomorrow, he wouldn't talk to anybody. Like that's huge. That would be huge news. So please, RTX 4080 power, please. Oh my god, please. So oh yeah, Jedi Survivor got fixed. That is very true. Got to talk about that. Jedi Survivor got fixed. Did you see that?
I do not have that game yet. When it was time for Jedi Survivor, it was between that and Tears of the Kingdom, and I went Tears of the Kingdom. I'm pretty happy with my decision too there.
I need to finish Fallen Order. I want to go back.
That had the most amazing ending. Oh my god.
Wait. Oh no, I watched the campaign. Never mind. I needed to know because you know me, I love the lore of Star Wars, so which we need to talk about that. Are we gonna? No, we don't need to talk about that. I'll message you later. Anyway, so now, so we have Lies of P, Solar Ash, Starfield, amazing. On top of that, we also got. Let me see if I can pull it up. 1 second. Ooh, wait. Oh, wait. Hey. We had Call of the Wild, The Angler.
I actually played a little of that already.
You did.
I like me some fishing games, man.
How was it? Was it because I've done some fishing in my time thus far of being alive.
I'm still pretty early in it, but this seems to be more of either using lures or like bobber and hook type style. And that's interesting to me because you have like what Euro fishing that was all about casting out and doing like bottom fishing, like with a sinker and a hook type style. So that's interesting to me. It's a little change of pace. It's a little different from what you got. A lot of Call of the Wild fans, though, I never got into the hunting game so much, but a lot of the Call of the Wild fans really wanted them to add fishing into the hunting game, and they were a little disappointed that they did this as a standalone.
But but even though they're disappointed that it's a standalone, do they still think it's a good game regardless?
I mean, anybody, the reviews are good for it, you know. There are a few 1-star reviews, which again you're looking at people who really shouldn't be running. They probably shouldn't be running any games on their PC, like other than cloud gaming. So, you know, you get your bad reviews with almost any game that comes out. Somebody's gonna have an issue with it. But for
Hmm.
the most part, like as far as reviews go, like people are enjoying the way it runs, they're enjoying the way it looks, and like apparently like you can explore and go find spots to fish at in the you know, they give you like a vehicle and you can go out and explore, and you can find like a little pond out in the middle of nowhere and go fishing in it. So I think that the exploration aspect of it, you know, the graphic aspect of it, and as well as the you know, like being able to just go around and find different bodies of water and try and catch different fish. I think people are enjoying that. That would enjoy a fishing game. You know, a fishing
Yeah,
game isn't for everyone. So
yeah. I think what would be nice, because I do like create I on what people don't know what I wanted to start a series of like lo-fi videos where I could collect like different types of like lo-fi music, like whether it was like lo-fi hip hop, lo-fi trap, lo-fi Beatles that I found, lo-fi Michael Jackson, like just different types of lo-fi music out there, and but like put gameplay, you know, under it. And I had done that before. I think you saw the video. It was I did Lo-Fi Legion, where it was like Watchdog Legion, and I did like 20
okay,
minutes of like lo-fi. It was like Kanye West lo-fi, I think it was. And that was pretty cool. The quality of the video could have been a little bit better because I think I did it in 1080p, but it was still cool. So for a game like this, I don't know, just being creative for the channel and for the podcast, I think that would be nice to do on the side a little bit, like live stream, but like put on some nice beats, some chill hip hop beats, and then just go fishing a little bit, you know? But here at the same time, can I just go fishing in Starfield? So that's also another question. But you know, who knows? But let's see. Let me go to the other one. And then we also got Greece in Game Pass. And this one dropped out of nowhere. I think it's pronounced Greece. It could be Grizz
grits
or
or grease.
Riz, or you know, that Riz, which I just learned what that meant recently. Um but I'm 37. Anyway, yeah, I'll just say Greece. Grease Lightning.
Actually, Gris was announced on the second half of August announcement.
Oh, it
But
was. Okay.
the third unannounced game was called Humankind, and that went to
You
Cloud
are
Con.
right. Yes, I did cover this. You are correct. Yes. So, have you checked out this game
I
yet?
have not checked out Humankind.
No, not Humankind, Gris.
Gris, no. That is on the radar though, because it looks like platformy.
Got you. Okay.
So it looks kind of cool to me, like not necessarily like 2D platformer necessarily, but it kind of looks a little platformy to me too. So I love those type of games, so I'm definitely looking forward to checking that out here sometime soon. Right now, the indie-ish game that I'm playing is still Loop Hero.
Oh, wow.
Can't
Okay.
can't get away from that game for some reason.
So you're not the only one to mention that about Loop Hero, and I looked at it. I looked at some of the screenshots, and I know I
Dude,
shouldn't
it
just.
looks like trash, man. Like you
I
actually have to
just.
play it. It
Yeah, I
reminds me of
know.
how
I can't judge
Vampire
a game.
Survivors caught on. Like if you just look at it, you're like, "What is this?" But then you play it
Yeah.
and you're like, "Oh my God, I need more."
Dude, there was another game on Game Pass that I tried like a few months ago. I have to look it up and show you which one it was. It is the dumbest game I've ever tried in my life, and I yet for some reason was entertained, and I don't know why.
Dude,
So
some of
I
those
had.
games,
Oh
like, you know,
man.
that's why Game Pass is so good because you get to try a lot of these games that you would otherwise never ever buy.
For real, I was like, what is this game? I can't remember what it was called, but it was just so stupid. But it was fun. It was entertaining because of how dumb it was. So yeah, no, I love Game Pass. You're right. Game Pass is a gateway drug. And the drugs that it leads you to are all of these wonderful games that you otherwise would never come across, just because chances that they might be on a sale or this or that, or like because they're indie games, you're not really seeing them because most of the AAA titles are pushed in front of your face all the freaking time, so it's
And another like different angle on that is that, say there is a game that you like and it releases on Game Pass. Like for me, Monster Hunter Rise. I love the Monster Hunter games. So Monster Hunter got released on Game Pass, and it's like, all right, cool. There's going to be more population playing this game now. So like when you get to a game that you already like and it goes on Game Pass, you got more people to play that with.
You just instantly feel like there's so much more players around you. You know what I mean? Like once a game hits.
Oh yeah.
That's why I need Elden Ring to hit Game Pass, please, soon. Thank you. Poison says
I will
agreed.
Throw you right in my backpack in that game.
Man. Poison did say when we were talking about the subject of Jedi Survivor, he had said that they updated it only 6 months later, which is true. Like it's great that the update is here, even though, or it's not really. Yeah, it's an update. It's not really like, oh, we added it, but like, no, you didn't. Somebody else said this too. Like you didn't really add it. You fixed it, but it is what it is.
We added a fix.
Yeah, like you patched it is what you mean, like, right? You patched it. So like and then he said, wait, get the game cheaper and proper working product is getting old. It is. Yeah, wait. How he's saying this is, you wait, get the game cheaper and proper working product. That whole style is getting very old, and I agree with that. A game should be like, drop the game because it's good to go. You know what I mean? Don't drop the game because it's like, we got to get this out. Drop the game because it's good to go. You know what I mean? Like a bad launch is a bad launch, and sometimes shit just goes wrong. Okay, shit happens, right? But when it's like every other game is just coming out buggy or broken, it's like, what the fuck what is happening? Why are you like, I get that these places are ran by suits and whatnot that are making these ultimate decisions, but are they not seeing what's happening to the other companies around them when they release unfinished games? Like, is nobody paying attention? Or like, I guess not, because they're just counting the dough, right? Like they can't see.
Yeah, they're counting the money,
cash,
and then they're putting a fix out. Once the game's like half off.
They'll buy anyway. They'll buy anything.
Then they're counting the money again after they fix the game. So I mean, like they're pissing a lot of people off though. Like it's going to take a little bit longer, but it is ultimately going to affect them.
Yeah.
But like I'll give you an example. I actually just recently pre-ordered 2 games. And I'm sitting there, I'm looking at my options, and I'm like, all right, one of them was Mortal Kombat 1 coming out, and I grabbed that on Xbox. And I was like, well, Mortal Kombat's, they've really not released a buggy Mortal Kombat. Like,
that's a game I would pre-order
solid on release.
Yeah.
And then the other one, I was up in between like Final Fantasy 16 and Spider-Man 2. So like I went with Spider-Man 2 on that just because it's Spider-Man, but both of those games, again, you're not dealing with buggy releases on those type of games.
Yeah.
So like you're gonna see more and more consumers make their decision. Like if there's like 3 big games coming out, they're gonna be like, all right, this one has a history of buggy releases. This one's pretty solid. This one's an unknown, So it's going to affect them, but I think it's going to be more of a long-term type thing. Like it's going to take a few more years of some really bad releases to really start affecting these developers.
Yeah, no, I feel you. I want to check out Jedi Survivor because I want to see how it looks, because I did start the game because I was just like, I was enamored by graphically what I had saw prior to its release. But I really got to finish Fallen Order. I really got to go back because I hate spoiling myself, especially with Star Wars content. but I think I already did a little bit because I needed to know something about the Balin Skull character from Ahsoka. I was trying to learn some information about why his lightsaber is orange red, but nobody tell me anything because I need to watch 3 and 4. So I don't know what's
You know,
happening.
what's funny is Fallen Order and Jedi Survivor. I don't know if they're actually described as Souls-like, but those games are very Souls-like.
Yeah, yeah. No, so a few people have said that in different discords that they feel like it's a Souls-like game.
Oh
Other
yeah.
people don't see it that way because, but I think that's because like all they see is Star Wars, so like they just don't see that. I don't know, but I could see the comparison.
Oh
Let's
yeah.
see. Poison Maniac says consumers are paying is the problem. Very true. Speak with your wallet. That's why like I don't really fuck with PlayStation. So there we go. Poison Maniac, I have bought one $70 more Modern Warfare 2 2022. It's okay, brother. I did the Vault edition. It's okay. Poison Maniac also says check the pedigree of the studio and publishers. For example, EA is garbage. um Yeah, EA can have some hits here and there, but then, when at the same time they can also have some misses, and when it's misses, it can seem like it's very big misses. But I don't want to completely slight them just because there are a lot of great people that work at EA, that a lot of the times, like, I don't want to speak for them, but you can just kind of tell that they're doing the best they can, but sometimes they just don't have a choice and it just sucks. And it's like a lot of these other developers and great people at these other companies, they are doing the best they can, but sometimes they just really don't have a choice. And it's just like, fuck. But
Well,
at
at
the
least
same,
like EA, they'll work it into the title. Like, Battlefield
yeah,
2042, they're trying to drop you a hint. Like, you'll finally get a full release game by the time 2042 comes around.
I hate
So,
you. Wow. Wow. The slander. Wow. Messy. I was like, at first I was with you and I was like, yeah, no. And then I was like, wait a minute. What? No. I was like, come on, bro. No, yeah.
not quite exactly that, but like it really that game was a mess on release, man. Like,
It was fun to play, but the content for me was just it was like almost like Halo Infinite. Very fun to play, but the content just wasn't there. And for me with 2042, a lot of the content that was missing for me was like cosmetic shit. I was like, like, what am I trying to earn here? None of this feels worth it. Like, but I have to admit they've picked it up. But see, that's that to Poison Maniac's point. This is getting very old. We shouldn't have to hope for a game and for when it comes out and be all excited, and then when it comes out, it's a shitty mess, and then we got to wait 6 months to a year for it to be what we wanted it to be, but by that time we care about a completely different game.
sucks too because it's like corporate politics are involved in there. You have the developer versus the publisher. You know what I mean? You have the publisher saying go go go, and you have the developer sitting there saying, yeah, we can just a little more time, man. Come on. So you have that corporate aspect of we need to put some money in our pocket versus we need to make a good game.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the way you fix that is exactly like Poison Maniac said. You speak with your wallet there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. No, facts. Facts. Well, all in all, I think that um like I agree that it would be great for a lot of these devs to just, that are being controlled by these suits and da 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 da, that could just go and open their own studio and do what they want to do. But at the end of the day, that takes a lot of overhead, and at some point you're going to need somebody in a suit to step in to help with that overhead and to help
yeah, and I
run and
mean
control
you
stuff,
could
and that's
be
you're back in that cycle all over again.
you could even be looking at this like Microsoft is playing chess right now, not checkers, and like by delaying Starfield and seeing such a positive release here with it, maybe they're making themselves look like a very enticing publisher to work for.
Yeah.
And instead of having to buy up devs, maybe these devs are just going to start coming to them and be like, "Yo, guys, can we get under your umbrella?"
Yeah, for real.
You know what
I
I
mean,
mean?
who's to say that? I mean, we know some companies have already extended open arms in several different ways, but who's to say that hasn't already been happening? Like obviously there's some sort of wait list for studios that want their games on Game Pass, but who's to say there isn't some sort of conversations and other type of wait list of some companies wanting to have a closer relationship with Microsoft, but have to wait because Microsoft is engaged with other things going on. But like Microsoft is they're tired of the narratives. They're tired of playing games, for lack of a better expression. But and they're tired of people playing games with their name. You know what I mean? Like, they are here for a reason and want to remain here for a reason, and my thing is, I really wish the blue side would kind of just take their heads out of their ass, like change things up.
The sad part about that is they really don't need to, given that a lot of their income still comes from the electronics they sell. So
yeah.
They're a little bit on their high horse, and honestly, you could, as much as I love Nintendo, since I got into gaming, Nintendo does the same thing, man, because they hunker down with the exclusives they got, and they're just like, we don't need to change anything. If you want our games, if you want our Pokemon, our Mario, our Super Smash Brothers, our Mario parties, whatever it may be, if you want those games, you're going to Nintendo. Like,
yeah,
there's no other option. So
yeah, that's why, like, today on that news report, did you saw that today? With bless you, with Phil Spencer and Todd Howard, with the guy from, what was it, like CNBC or whatever it was, and he was asking him like, "Oh, so is the game ever gonna come to PS5?" And Phil Spencer had to like reiterate to him, "No. If you want to play this game, you play it where Xbox and Game Pass is available." What the like?
Yeah.
Like, come on, bro. Like, it was funny. Like, he tried it. He really tried it. But it's just like somebody, I don't know if he was joking in another person's podcast, but shout out to Mike Johnson. But he was just saying some stuff in chat. He was probably just trolling me, but he was like, maybe we'll see the game come to PlayStation next year. And I was like, that's such a funny narrative that people actually run with. Like, because I don't know if he was just being funny or whatever, but the fact that people actually run with that constant thought, like, oh, we might see it. Like, no, you're not. Like, if you really think you're going to see Starfield on PlayStation next year, tell me, am I going to see Spider-Man on Xbox next year?
Well, that's honestly something I'm hoping for, and like, it's going to take 10 years after the ABK deal goes through. After that 10 years is up, where Microsoft doesn't necessarily have to let Call of Duty's release on PlayStation, maybe they'll hit them up and be like, "Yo, we want this Call of Duty, we want this."
Like, never say never, you know what I mean? We've had some crazy announcements and surprises and stuff. Never say never. So their negotiations can always be done for anything. Like, never say, money talks, right? So, anything is possible, especially in this realm. But let's be honest here. Starfield's not coming to PlayStation next year.
No, not next year.
Like, what?
And the only way I see that going to PlayStation is if you see an Xbox Game Pass launcher become available on the PlayStation console.
No, you know what I thought?
That's the only way you see that happen.
You know what I thought would be really funny? If Xbox was like, yeah, no, you guys can play Starfield. We'll give you Game Pass, like, on PlayStation, because today you can download Microsoft Edge for PlayStation. Go for it.
that's what Phil wants. Phil Spencer wants that. He wants to put a Gamepass cloud launcher on the Nintendo Switch and the PlayStation.
PS5 still doesn't have
Like,
a browser, right?
I believe not. And
What
that's
the
probably the reason
hell?
why.
Because if they did, people would be playing GeForce Now and
Yeah.
Luna and XCloud on their PlayStation. And then PlayStation would have to do some shisty shit and block XCloud on the platform.
Yep.
PS5 doesn't have
Yep.
a browser. Yeah, that's whack. I think that makes no sense to me. What did you pay $500 for?
And Souls, Spider-Man. There's some. I tell you what, I am a true fan of Xbox, but I am just a bigger fan of gaming in general. So,
No, don't
um,
get me wrong. I don't mind people that want to own all platforms and love owning a PlayStation. But after looking at this generation so far from Sony and PlayStation, that's why I make that comment. You know what I mean? Like, Spider-Man 2 is the only exclusive coming out this year. And
yeah,
I get it. I get it. Games get delayed. And I'm not saying that Microsoft isn't guilty of their own shit. I'm not saying that. But okay. Spider-Man 2 is your only exclusive this year, right?
yes,
You're dropping a PlayStation Portal for $200, but the only Bluetooth headset that can work on it also costs $200. So therefore, your new PlayStation Portal device is a $400 device.
yeah. That's a discless PS5.
And yes, and yeah, right. And with a screen attached on the face of it. And from what I know so far, it can only be used inside your own home, and if you try to use it outside of your home, it doesn't work because it's not supposed to. And I keep trying to say that to people, so show me, someone link me a video if anybody actually got that to work outside of their home, and I'll stand corrected, okay? Because I haven't seen it yet. But unless you raise prices like all around, like everything that you do, you release, that was cute, you release a 19-inch you release a 19-inch statue, and you say, how would you like 19 inches of Venom, when you're already dicking down your customers left, right, and center. Now, don't get me wrong, there are amazing games on PlayStation. One of my favorite games that I must go back to and finish is Ghost of Tsushima. But at the same time, I'm not going to spend $500 on a PlayStation 5. For me, this is me. I'm being selfish. This is me talking. This isn't for anybody else. This is for me. I'm not going to spend that money on a PlayStation 5 because from this generation so far, I see no reason why I should. Just wait for the beautiful games to come to PC. If I really need to play them, I will watch YouTube. Just like PlayStation players can watch YouTube when I play Starfield. So,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I just don't see it. It's not about Xbox being better than PlayStation. I don't care about that shit. I think it's funny to witness online, but ultimately, I could really give two shits about that. I don't care about one company being better than the other. I want both companies or all companies to do the best they can for, or make it look like they're doing the best they can for the consumer. That's what I care about. But that's why I ride, you know what I mean? That's why I ride hard for Xbox, is because they constantly make it feel that way. With PlayStation, it's like the minute they try to make you feel like you're a part of something, they put a stick right up your butt. A 19-inch black venomous stick.
And not to mention, I mean, PlayStation,
Yes,
I don't
competition is
think
key.
they're making the right moves right now, but they are actually increasing the prices across the board on their PlayStation Plus services, which is their Game Pass, their Xbox Live competition, you know.
Day and date.
I
We need day and
it,
date. They
and
just
it
raised the price
hasn't
on that. Like,
happened
what the?
yet. and it hasn't happened yet. It actually, I think it's supposed to go. The new pricing's supposed to go live like later this week, I believe.
Bruh,
So,
bruh.
um,
Why would you
it,
announce a price increase and not attach day and date to that? That's horrendous.
the only thing I can think of is either one, they didn't want to attach day and date to it to have a bunch of people buy the cheaper pricing, or two, they're not going to do day and date, and they announced that to try and get a bunch of people to pull the trigger on buying more of their subscription.
Like the highest tier.
So so if you see them like renege and be like, oh, yeah, that was today that happened. If you all of a sudden see them say, oh, you know what, it was a bad idea, we're going to go back to the old pricing, then you know it was just something to get you to pull the trigger. But
Oh,
I
that
don't
happened
see them going
today.
back. Yeah, yeah, I don't see them going back from that. Like if they actually went forward and made those prices, you know, higher for the tiers, uh, that's probably going to be how it's going to be going forward. So hopefully they add some stuff, but I mean, right now it just looks like a bad move.
Uh-oh, I think I'm losing JoJo. Is it me? Is it
Are
my
you with
end?
me?
I'm losing you a little bit.
Oh,
Oh, wait. I think you're smoothing out. No, wait.
what is it? The camera or the voice?
Both. You're becoming Mr. Roboto.
Oh, gotcha. That might be on my end. There's a lot going on in the house, Wi-Fi related or internet related
Oh, you're
at all
good. You're
times.
good. You're better now. Yeah, no, like I canceled my PS Plus subscription. For those of you that don't know, I was using the PS Plus PC app, which allows you to PlayStation Cloud game on PC essentially. But I stopped paying for the service. I didn't know I don't have it right now. Like I'm not it's not a personal stance or anything like, like, oh, I'm not going to do this because F you. Like I just don't see the value right now for me. I want to finish Ghost of Tsushima, but I really just want to wait for it to come to PC. We've waited long enough, so hopefully it comes soon. But I'm just gonna wait for PC. Like I just don't see the value, right now. And trust me, like I've had the PS Plus PC app for a long time because I've had PS Now. So it's not like I got it because all of a sudden they updated the PS Plus subscription or anything like that. Like I was testing PS Now for as long as I was testing XCloud and Stadia and everything. So, you know, so it's just like I finally just reached a point where I was just like, I'm not using it at all, and I don't see the point in it. Um, like, yeah, I could add it to my ROG Ally and it'll probably look great and whatnot, but even then, I still got to add an emulator, to emulate the PlayStation controller. I just don't really care right now. So I'm just going to wait. And then when I can, get the games that I want from, PlayStation made games and go from there. But I don't know. It's just to each their own. Like, I don't hate anybody that has a PS5 or wants a PS5. I think that's dumb. I think that's really stupid. Just like how people who have a PS5 and hate on others for wanting an Xbox. Like, I think that's really fucking stupid. But just personally for me, I just don't see it. I don't see the price tag, why it's worth the price tag. Like I could get a PlayStation controller right now from Sam's Club for like $30 because it's on sale like dramatically if I wanted to, and don't want to, just because I just don't feel it right now. And I kind of told people recently too, fire Jim Ryan, and then I would consider buying a PS5. That's where I stand with it. You know what I mean? Like fire Jim Ryan, have a new way of a new culture behind PlayStation, a new leadership running things, new heads in the departments that are heading up like marketing and all of that stuff, and like the best way you can fight fire is with fire itself. And that's if PlayStation wants to come back at Xbox, it's not just about having great AAA first party titles. You know what I mean? Or maybe some successful, you know, AAA third party multi-platform bangers. You know what I mean? Like it's got to be more than that. It's got to be a new cultural shift for me. That's where I'm at with PlayStation. So, if I
Yeah,
can, you know what I mean?
I've been keeping my eye on PlayStation for a little bit now. I got my PS5 when they were fairly new, and it really for me a
True.
lot of that decision was just strictly because I worked throughout COVID. Like, so I was working 40 plus hours a week, plus getting, you know, any of the bonuses there they were giving out. And I just had some extra money, so I was like, cool, I'll check it out.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they did have some games that appealed to me. Demon Souls was beautiful there.
Yeah, I heard that too. Yeah. Yeah.
I wanted to try Bloodborne, but I ended up not liking that so much.
Oh, really?
Spider-Man, yeah, yeah, unpopular opinion there.
Yeah, I'm surprised with that one. Like, I'm not a Bloodborne guy. Like, that's not my avenue. But if it's one thing I know, Bloodborne is like a trophy game. Like, that's like a holy grail of a game for many gamers out there. Um,
Yeah,
that wow, very unpopular opinion. But hey,
but
I mean,
they had like, you know, Spider-Man's going on, and you know, there was just some stuff that I wanted, and I've played through those now. And at one point, I actually ended my PS Plus subscription because I my PlayStation doesn't get turned on that much. Because I've went through everything. I do need to go back and try and finish Ghost of Tsushima, because that is also a very beautiful game there. But it's just like I said, it's just with just like the Nintendo, man. I got it for the exclusives. And once I play those exclusives and I play go through, I go back to my PC and my Xbox. That's my home.
yeah, I Ghost of Tsushima, like I need that on PC. You know what I mean? Because I know it's never going to come to Xbox. Like, I mean, yeah, never say never, but that I don't. That's a game you don't really let go as a first party game. You know what I mean? And I hope that when they finally do release Ghost on PC, that we see a Ghost 2 announcement.
Oh, that's
Um,
when you'll see that. Yeah.
you know what I mean? Or like a Ghost of Tsushima, maybe like in another type of medium, And I only bring that up.
I think it'll be a sequel with the one DLC they put out. It was like something Island, I think.
Oh
Uh
yeah, 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 yeah.
so
I am
where I
not
was going
anywhere
with
near
that
that.
earlier, where I was going with that earlier though is I've been keeping my own PlayStation for a while, and like it just seems like every time they take some steps forward, it's almost like they feel like they're just giving a little too much, and they're like, wait a minute guys, we got to reel this in a little bit. I've seen them make some right moves. I've seen them make some actually very recently. They've made some terrible moves. You know,
So
increasing the price of the PS Plus. A lot of people actually aren't very happy with them because Saints Row is one of the free games they're giving away this month.
yeah, the game that nobody,
Well, it's not even that. It's more of the fact that the dev is actually closing their doors.
which is so sad. Like shout out to the people that I might have lost their jobs. You know what I mean? Like had to get merged into some other bullshit. I hopefully people have secured futures ahead of them. Even though we've learned recently that a lot of supposedly in a statistic that a lot of devs are very unsure about how their futures lie within being a game developer and whatnot. So it's just really like when I saw that news, I was because first you see the news for Saints Row, and at first you're like, really? And then you're like, well, okay, I mean, but really? And then you see the news about the studio being shut down, and you're like, wait, what the fuck? That's why it
Yeah,
went to PS Plus.
yeah. So like it's kind of a crappy move that like you have
Yeah,
this dev
Volition
shutting
Studios.
down,
Yeah, yeah, Volition.
and then And then all of a sudden it's like, all right, you're shutting down. Cool. We're going to give away your game. We're going to make sure you don't get any extra little severance pay there.
Yes, it is on. Poison Maniac says Ghost is on the Nvidia leak for a PC leak. I know, that's why like we're all waiting for it, because we all saw that leak when it came out. You know, those of us that are engaged, and we were just like, Jesus Christ. Sorry, Jesus. Cheese and rice. But yeah, it was Volition that got shut down. It's just so. Shout out to Poison. He's been on top of it in the chat. Much love to you, brother. Just. I don't know. I don't know. It now the thing that I don't. I won't talk about that. That's a very weird subject. I'll get into that in some other time. It's about like the whole theme of Saints Row. Like, gang members can't be like trendy kids like this, and I'm like, you haven't seen some of the gang members I've seen in LA. In 2023. Okay, let's be honest. But you know, they come in all shapes and sizes nowadays, you know? But it's PS Plus has the potential to be a great service. Day and date for the money that they're charging needs to be there. It's stupid that it isn't. And then on top of that, to not have PlayStation Plus, the app itself, the PC app, available on other platforms, to not have Cloud be available on other platforms outside of console and PC, still to this day is ridiculous. And then you add a price increase on top of that. None of it makes sense. So I don't know. With all of that being said, I just hope soon PlayStation or Sony figures it out and realizes that doing things the way that they've been doing them is not working. And, you know, or at least for me, it's not working for me. But who am I to say
one
anything?
Of the big differences there is when a lot of people look at Phil Spencer, a lot of people who play Xbox, PlayStation, whatever the case may be, a lot of people look at Phil Spencer, they see a gamer more so than a suit. You know?
Dude, I never see a suit. I always see, like,
you know what I mean? So like you have
Uncle
a
Phil,
suit.
baby.
Exactly, Uncle Phil. So, you know, let's go to chill and play some Tetris with you on the couch. So, you know, like, you have a gamer, what seems like that you have a legit gamer making some core decisions, you know, for Microsoft gaming. And then over at Sony, you have a suit that's making most of those decisions. I think they need to realize what's going on there and maybe try and get a little more gamer influence, because I think that's what's leading a lot of Microsoft's success in gaming.
Yeah, agreed. Well, on that note, let's wrap it up here tonight. Thank you so much, JoJo, for swinging in at the last second and joining me on tonight's podcast. Let's, if you're available next Wednesday evening, 7 p.m. Pacific, I'd love for you to join me again, right from the jump. If you are free, whether you have to come in late or you got to jet out early, let me know. It's all good. But let's get you back on the show next week. I think that would be awesome if you're available, brother.
I'll do what I can. I was just kind of chilling today. By the way, today's my birthday.
Oh shit! And, happy birthday! Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, I figured I'd wait for the end of the show for that. You know what I mean? Like,
awesome,
let's not go
brother.
too far off topic.
Cheers.
Thank you. But yeah, that's why I was talking about getting some games. Like, I did request some gift cards there, so
awesome.
I was just chilling, watching it, and like I said, I like to be prepared. But I seen you was winging it, so I was like, I'll come and wing it with him, man.
That is awesome. Everybody, whether you're in the chat for the live, please wish JoJo a happy birthday. If you're catching the replay, please leave it in the comments. JoJo Narok from the block, happy birthday, brother. I did see, yeah, you did post in Discord. You did say it was your birthday. My bad. I totally spaced on that. But it's crazy because you're 38 now, right?
39. It's my last 30s.
Oh, I thought you were 30. I thought you were turning 30. Okay, 39. Dude, I'm gonna be 38 in 2 months. So I'm right behind you. So I know your pain. Don't worry about it. We'll get through this together. We'll get through this together. Jerry's
Just
already
a
on the
level
other
up,
side.
man. It's just a level up, man.
Yeah, man. Hey, level up, right? One up each
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
But that's awesome, bro. Before we head out of here, can you let everybody know where they can find you on social media or other platforms for gaming?
Honestly, right now, I'm gonna push the channel here, Xbox Reforged. That's me and Game Tech right there. We've started this Xbox channel, and we're doing what we can to grow it. We're going a little slowly here. Game Tech's a busy guy, so he's pushing out some content on it when he can.
Mhm.
I'm actually trying to look for some content to put out, like some more stuff to cover myself. But I've also just got to get motivated with it. So we're really we're having a lot of fun doing this channel because we both love Xbox, and it's been a lot of fun. So it's a little adventure. Me and GTP, we've been friends for a long time, so it's cool to do a little channel with them.
Nice, 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 nice. That's awesome, brother.
Xbox Reforged on Twitter and on YouTube.
Yeah. So make sure you hit subscribe. I will try to get a link in the description. I'm very horrible at updating the description after the podcast episodes, but I will do my best. Jojo, if you could please DM me that information, then they will help remind me. But once again, thank you so much, Big Bro, for being here. It was a great episode, and like I said, we'll reconnect and see if we can get you back on next week. And if not, we'll get you back on in the near future.
I will
Um,
do my best, man.
Tell your wife thank you so much for allowing you this time. Tell her I apologize. And yeah, we'll see you guys next time. As always, guys, you can find me on all platforms at the Dusty Uno. It is as it sounds, at the Dusty Uno. But you can call me Dusty for short. And as always, whether you're catching the replay or you're catching the live, you know the vibe. Hit subscribe, give a like, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace, everybody.